Hello everyone and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. This is episode 57 where we had a rematch with Ethel. We tracked her down at the Blushed Mermaid. Beautiful little place. Loved it myself, you know. After a nice little long rest, I went and spent some time with the patrons. They gave me this nice hat and a pipe. And these tadpole powers of mine, turns out they're actually quite powerful and they accelerate beard growth. So we have a beautiful little appearance here. And rocking a brand new get-up. Got some of my Kashigo cloth in a beautiful new color scheme. Looking mighty good myself. Now, unfortunately, I've woken up from a long rest after we celebrated destroying Faluga's fireworks and Apocalypse in a drunken stupor going to hang out with the pirates while everybody else was long resting to ended up ingesting just one other parasite. He's been carrying around this bag for so long, and he pulled him out. He went, oh, look at these bloody things. And all the other patrons dared him to do a shoey with one involved, and it meant that illicit expertise has now been unlocked. So we have deepened our sense of self, gaining expertise in persuasion, deception, and intimidation checks. And it was one hell of a night, I'll tell you that much. And this is where we find ourselves. It's very unfortunate. Don't tell the rest of the team; they wouldn't be able to tell. I'm already veiny enough. Now, we have a group today. Housen has fed the team as per usual. We are all thoroughly stuffed, well fed, and ready to venture out into Baldur's Gate. I don't have a particular objective in mind today, because there's a lot of things to do, right? There's a lot on our to-do list. I'd really like to collect more Dribble's body parts. The problem with that, however, is he can really just be in the most random of places. So there's been a lot of buildings that we haven't even got in yet. If I go, where is it? All the way down here. In that alleyway, or maybe down that alleyway, there's that room that we found one of the pieces in, and they're unmarked, they don't really draw your attention, and it requires you to be looting everything, like when we were in Baal's temple, we looted those adventurers, and it had Dribble's head. So we want to take a look at this map, which is still not fully fleshed out, and see if we can find these pieces. Apparently, according to the journal, we're halfway there, but we'll hope to pick them up over the course of our journey, naturally. Now, around the Blushing Mermaid is even more. We have Helsik the Diabolist over this way, as well as Cazador's Palace. So we may make a little move over in that direction. I've put a star into my party, and we'll see what happens. This is a good idea for us, I think, having at least a conversation with the Diabolist to start that, because we do want to find a way out of this deal that we have made, which was always going to be the case, wasn't it? And now we will find our way over here, and we'll go, hello, Damon, who just literally cannot fix Karlak, but just says sorry, which is unfortunate. So Damon's just chilling here. Now, the Diabolic Forge, we can't go there yet. We're not allowed to go inside. We'll probably try and sneak in, but maybe if we speak to, with Helsik first, maybe we'll be allowed access.
Chase the gelatinous cube in the alley.
Not the gelatinous cube.
The devils in there can swallow kids whole, even Stinky. I'm not going in there. To hell. It was Runt's idea. You first? I double-drown dare you. Are you afraid?
Well, now I've been double-drow dared.
No more puzzles. A travesty.
Pretty yellow breath.
Yeah, but I did. Can you believe it? They removed the Baldur's Mouth puzzle section. That was the best bit. And for what? An interview with some lord. I don't care what he's done. I just want my letter games back.
Go and knock their door down. I'm sure they'll be willing to hear you out. Oh, hang on. I think we've got a fast travel down here too. They're always just so close to where we walk. It's hard to find them from a distance because they don't, they don't render until you're at least a little bit closer. Oh, ooh, Malta. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, I have speak with. I was like, oh, do I speak with animals? Yes, I do. All right, hold on.
It was another day in the City of Lies, Baldur's Gate, where the people begged for justice until they starved. Two heroes were fated to cross paths that day. Their eyes met. Destiny was calling.
And they both answered.
Strangers? Only in a fool's definition of the word. It was the start of something incredible. Two heroes on the hunt for justice, no matter the cost. All the Tall One had to do was say yes.
You say, yes, join me, or sorry. Our destinies aren't meant to intertwine and leave. Yes, join me.
The Tall One had failed the first test. They lacked caution. The cat could have just as easily been a foe as a potential friend. Perhaps it was simply not meant to be.
I can't believe this. What? No. Malta, give me another chance.
Upon their return, the cat couldn't help but wonder whether the Tall One had finally decided how their die would be cast.
No. Malta is the true narrator of Baldur's Gate 3. That's incredible. Oh, Central Watchtower.
Mostly avoids that topic.
That was exceptional. Okay, just doing some noir narration. All right, back up this way.
3 times. Only have to say it 3 times.
Nelbyn first.
Speak thrice the phrase correctly, and lucky you'll forever be. Okay, great. Scarab. Oh, damn it! Can't you see I'm trying to concentrate? Scarab, sap, scarabs, cap. Oh, this is gonna be harder than I thought.
Jesus. All right.
Scarab, sap, scarab, sap, scarab, sap. Ah, did it! But nothing's happening. Oh, shit! That was 4 times, wasn't it? Bollocks!
Ridiculous. Look at this presentation.
The Devil's Fee.
The Devil's Fee. You walk in the front door? Actually, you reckon we should bring Will to a place like this? Devil to devil? Ooh, hang on. I might put Will in the party. There could be a devilish bit of dialogue here.
Always good to talk, my that.
Go ahead. I question the wisdom. Oh.
Alright. Inside the Devil's Fee. Whoa! Giant monster skull. It's quiet in here.
This head's a long way from home. Belongs to one of the Fugue Plains death devils.
Damn, alright. Arcana check on my character. I did not expect that success. Nobody has... Alright, I was wondering if everyone would have unique dialogue like they did like with the bear at the last light.
So
Just me then.
Always good to talk, my friend.
Yep, now get out of the way.
Crooks and swindlers beware. Steal from the Devil's Fee, and it won't be the flaming fist who come knocking. Catch a glimpse of the delights of the 9 hells. From a safe distance, of course.
A real fiend skull. By the size, I'm guessing a Gargatula.
Gargantula, man, I'm knowledgeable.
So many infernal items. Looks like a genuine Diabolist's collection.
Aramin the Erudite. the epitome of devilish charm, wit, and grace.
Alright. Oh, Helsik is another gold dwarf. Interesting. So this is our Diabolist. Get along with Raphael's friend.
The gods are watching me. Something over there.
Oh, okay. The monster's skull is a perception check. Weird. The monster's skull is a perception check, but I've already, like, engaged with it. The Hell's Unleashed. 9 steps to his infernal throne. This chapter lists each of the Hell's 9 layers, their rulers, and the character of the associated ritual item required to scribe at a glimpse of it. We did read this. I love that there's Portrait of a Noble I actually can take right off the wall. Oh, actually, hang on. That's not stealing, because it's a different icon. Ooh, what's under the Portrait of a Noble?
The portrait's eyes seem to follow you around the room. Did it just wink at you?
Ah, it's a little security painting. That's why I'm allowed to interact with it. That's great.
The portrait's eyes seem to follow you around the room. Did it just wink at you?
Will the devilish nobles?
A portrait of a noble devil. Charming, sophisticated, deadly.
Tableau of Ibex and Rose.
This artwork is more foul than fine. It fills you with an uncanny sense of dread.
That's curious. Imitation horns, but barely distinguishable from the real thing.
Okay.
Holy shit, they're real. Torn from a war devil's skull.
Also, these are real, Karlak.
Damn. Someone tore the horns off a war devil.
That's a really nice interaction. I failed it. So I'm like, imitations. And then Karlak was like, they're real. So that's a nice little backup that because Karlak is knowledgeable, there's an automatic piece of dialogue that corrects that. I wonder if that means Karlak will just get some automatic successes on these things.
Within the crystal, you see the devil Raphael sipping from a goblet of blood-red wine. He smiles as he catches your eye. Can he see you?
Throw it. Oh my god, you actually can throw it. Tales of the Hells. Diabolic tales collected by Greshnag, the inattentive, impish archivist. Smiler, the defiler. If your wanders through Avernus seem to become an awful lot more scenic, luscious woods, big bushes and the like, you may have wandered into the wily trap set by a creature named Smiler. None of us hellfolk know exactly what he is, where he's from, or how he got here, but he's a nasty piece of work. Well, he's called the Defiler, ain't he? He's not just nasty. Plenty folk are nasty here, but he's weird. Something's not right. The book continues in a similarly unenlightening fashion. I don't like those. Infernal Diamonds. Cool. Avernus Survival Guide. Karlak would know about that. A chapter titled On Traversing the First Layer. The text details the terrain of the Avernus, a bleak rocky landscape beneath a black sky with rivers of blood rushing between the cracks. The most frequent guidance given to adventurers on encountering any of the plane's many physical perils to simply turn around and run. To combat the spiritual perils, the company of a cleric is of most paramount importance to soothe those swayed by the plane's evil influence or to consecrate the corpses of those who succumb. Probably a good hint that if we're going to also, even though it's not Avernus, but if we're going to enter a situation where it's trying to break this contract, Shadowheart's healing will be most necessary, I would say. Okay, so perception check has been 3 things so far. This display case, the monster horns, and the monster skull. But I'm not sure why.
Let's move.
Shall we talk to the owner?
Seen everything.
I welcome thee to the Devil's Fee, where every hellish curio's a rarity. So merry be and shop with glee.
Oh no. Definitely something up with this one. Trust me.
Raphael's warlock Corilla mentioned a diabolist who aided Gortash. This cheerful woman doesn't seem the likeliest candidate.
Interesting. So we can kind of go into, hey, did you help with this immediately? Instead of making some better conversation. Let's try and make some better conversation first. No dialogue from Will, because I guess Karlak chose to speak up. Your hoard of genuine infernal items is impressive, but show me the really good stuff.
Well, well. It's been a while since I've had such discerning custom. Here, you may browse my more curated selection.
Nice. Okay, let's see. What's in here? Yummy. I'll take those. Scroll of Animate Dead. I'll leave it alone. Thank you very much. We have a Caitiff Staff. You gain a +1 bonus to spell save DC and attack rolls. Caitiff's Restoration. The texture of magic granted by a Warlock's patron is largely dependent on the patron themselves. For example, your standard Eldritch patron's probably going to work some eyeball mottled tentacles in there somewhere. Hellbeard Halberd. Salvaged from the beard of a dead infernal Leviathan, whose facial hair was formed from the weapons of an army it had once vanquished. Okay. Ooh, that's a nice hat. Is it a Jeebus? Gibbous? I don't know how to pronounce that. I've never seen that in my life. Jeebus of the Worshipful Servant. Lickspittle's alertness. At the start of combat, the wearer gains momentum equal to charisma. Multitasking and advantage on concentrating. Corroded by Celeritus's insouciant perversion. This little Jeebus hat was worn by the butler before he sank throat deep into Baal's clutches. Once it was beyond besmirchment, once it was lovely. Man, that is a description and a half. So this was the hat that belonged to the butler that we saw in Baal's temple, and Oren was like, I'm going to rip this person into shreds to show Father that I do not need to be supervised. I mean, it's a cheap hat. Momentum for charisma and concentrating saving throws would help with some bardish stuff. I'll take the hat. It looks kind of cool. Yeah, maybe when I move on from my piracy era, we can go into that. I love how many different aesthetics I've been able to shift my poor little Mapo gnome into. We've moved on from the clown for now. Spell-seeking gloves. When you make a spell attack roll, you can spend a sorcery point to gain advantage. This costs 1 sorcery point per spell slot level. Cantrips cost a sorcery point as well. Alright. The Shapeshifter hat. Increase your wild shape charge by 1, and this additional charge is restored upon taking a long rest. Nature +1. Trust is the most fundamental part of wild shaping. Not trusting others, but trusting yourself. Because the assumption of an animalistic form comes part and parcel with risk, that you'll like being a beast, like it too much. You've got to trust yourself to the extent that you're comfortable courting that danger. Trust yourself the way you trust a marital partner with your heart. Magtir, Moon Druid. I forgot to read this one, which was sorcerers operate on a first come, first blasted basis. Cloak of the Weave as well. You get a +1 bonus to spell save DC and attack rolls. Absorb elemental damage once per short rest. Take half damage from the next elemental attack targeting you, and deal an additional 1d6 of the element type on your next attack. Part of an outfit worn by the wizard Tensor when he was inducted into the organization of eminent wizards called the Circle of Eight. Otterluke and Bigby, who were fellow wizards and absolute devils from using themselves, enchanted the medallion that was given to Tensor so that it would explode into flatulent terriers when he touched it to his brow. I love the lore that we get of other named wizards in the world, like there's all the Bigby mentions and stuff like that. I'll buy this one because Gale can have this cloak instead of just a random dominate person one. Gemini gloves. Cantrips targeting foes and allies can target an additional creature. This same target can be chosen twice. Oh, that's actually real nice. because like Gale would be able to cast like Ray of Frost or something twice or other things. At the moment, I just have him wearing the Dexterity to 18 gloves because it gives him more AC. But not bad. Not bad at all. We got some sinful red on bone white dye. I love the descriptions. Hastening spores. The heart-shaped rock. Silk glands. So we've got some just normal... That did not look like a divine bone shard. I'll tell you that. The hairs on your arms stand on each end. You touch the remnant of a once god. It's the tip that really does that for me. There. Incredible. I'll take your potions and your clothing items and leave the rest for now. Thank you very much. I'll consider that another time. May I interest you in a bunch of garbage? Is that nice? Thank you muchly.
Now you've seen what I have for thee. Remember, discretion is key at the Devil's Fee.
Hey, can you stop that? Where are you going? Alright, interesting.
Management is not responsible for missing body parts, enslaved loved ones, trapped souls, or ancient world-destroying curses.
Right on. Okay. In that case, it seems that we have the option to trade or the option to say, hey, have you done something? Have you been a little bit cheeky? Stag Swift tonic. Are we allowed upstairs? We're all going upstairs. Oh, no, no, Karlach! Okay. Oh my god. Probably should have been expected that that would be a thing, wouldn't it? Okay. Everybody settle down. I can't... Yeah. I can't just disarm a magical sigil. Elven Eminence. Oh, hang on. Thirsty Ward. Is it this? Combine. Do you have to like give it a drink? Oh, that's incredible. This is clever because I was looking for a button, but this is different. Where's that? Where's Hatch? Hang on. Where is the mention of a hatch? Is there a hatch around here? In the stairs? Is there a hatch? Oh, there is. There's a hatch here. Okay. Alright, the concept of this is really fun. Maybe I'll do this alone. I'll have the team.
I'd love to, thanks.
Yeah.
Attention.
I'll have the team engage in some shenanigans.
You can't see me. If you insist.
You guys entertain the shopkeeper, right? We want to do some shopping.
I welcome thee to the Devil's Fee, where every hellish curio's a rarity. So merry be and shop with glee.
This is interesting. Karlach gets curios don't interest me. I'm interested in the hells themselves, a place called the House of Hope in particular. Karlach actually gets unique dialogue. Alright, so Karlach will stay talking. Okay. Thirsty Ward. Graveled tongue, sanded throat, hard to swallow, hurts to breathe. Can I just give him anything? Or is it a particular drink? We have Frost Kiss Ale and Stag Swift Tonic that's like right here. Ensured many a monk was awake to greet the dawn. Cold and sour is the goddess it's named after. I wonder if it's a specific drink or if we can just say, fuck it. Let's just grab this while I'm sneaking around. I like that this is a monk-related drink for me. And we'll try this. Alright, how thirsty are you? I just drank it myself. I just drank it. So never mind. I just drank it right in front of it. That's so rude. Alright, let's try the Frostkiss Ale instead. And not double click on it, but actually drag it into the thing. Here we go. Sorry, I wanted to give you the other one, but I fucked up. So you can have this one instead. And hopefully that works out for you. Oh. Hold on, I'm getting there. Apparently I've never done this before. That work? Oh my god, it worked. Too wet, too cold, no fun, begone. Oh. I mean, it worked though. Was I supposed to give... I wonder if it would depend on what we give him. Now, Astarion should be lockpicking this, but it's up to me. It's up to me!
Can't risk being in open view.
Alright, I don't see any surveillance. Helsic's room. Alright. Any paintings that are going to follow me? Looks like there was a way... Oh, there's a way in from the balcony outside, so that's fun. Just browsing, thanks. I'll just keep looking around and call out if I need anything. Helsic's diary. Now that's a good one. Now this... indeed. And a bedroom. Okay. A lot of blood. A lot of blood portals. Don't want to step on it. Let's read the diary first. More than anything. Is there a sound sweeter than the jingle-jangle of coins rubbing against coins? Of course, Mammon will hardly be sated by a mere pocket full of gold. No, I'm going to have to start being smarter about this. What I need is not just revenue, but multiple sources of it. If nothing else, to beat Corilla. Perhaps it's time to diversify the business. Not just curios, but information. Or even better, access. Oh, you're a genius, Helsic. Okay. We're going to have to pay this person to get in. We're going to have to pay them the big bucks. They want revenue. Is this a blood portal to get in? Oh man, if this is... I don't know if I'm ready for this. Well, actually, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I'm ready for anything in this entire game at this point, because I reached a point where I was opening up the game today and I went, man, there's so much. And I had like 2 really set objectives in mind, which was to rescue Minsk, well, not rescue Minsk, but it was like to go to his location, counting house thing, then rescue Minsk, then rescue Lae'zel, who had been taken, because those were like big and important. And then the rest is just like, it's whatever comes next. So I feel a little directionless, and I just kind of need to like grab something, but it really is like the choice of what the hell do I want to do, you know? Because there are some big things to do with our companions. There's like the Cazador stuff. There's fucking Ansur's Lair in the Wormway. There's some really big things still to do before we even get the 3rd Netherstone. It's hard to... It's definitely hard to choose, I think, at this point, what I want to do. Okay, just want to be careful that there's not like a person around. Interestingly enough, we have Tressum on the roof. And isn't Tressum Gale's cat that we met on the roof in Rivington? I might see if we can... Let's go outside. I don't have Gale with me, though. Should probably have Gale with me. So what I'm going to do is Will is going to leave. And Will is going to go back to the camp with me. No. Alright.
Should have worn better boots.
Will and I are going to go back to camp.
What's on your mind?
Okay. And Gale, got a fancy robe for you. We were going to change the color, of course. Anyone want this cool hat? It looks really cool, doesn't it? This will probably be my next look, I reckon. Okay.
Just a review.
Now that we're here,
Then I can crack
we'll
that
take a look outside. This will be a nice little way for us to leave and go out. Now, I can get up onto the roof, but I don't know about you, Gale.
What's that?
A loose plank. And yes, we have Tressum. I need to get Gale to have his scroll of fly. It's worth it.
Work my magic.
It's worth it for this. Or you can just concentrate a level 3 spell, but we've got plenty of scrolls. We've got 6 scroll of flies. We get. No. Alright, there we go. Gale could fly.
Certainly.
Yes?
Okay, just yes. Have you got any other magic objects you were willing to part with?
I may or I may not. Depends what you have to offer in return. I have very high standards, mind.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I'm confused about what's happening here. There are certain items I could give you. You don't have anything, and it only shows particular items in my inventory. If I was to give them over, would I get something in return? I'm confused though. Oh, not pickpocketing.
Oh, you. Hello. I suppose.
Let me just, I'm gonna save, because this is just from a video game perspective. Depends what you have to offer in return. Let me just see what this does, because this seems very unclear to me. I'm gonna give you the nymph cloak. I've got 2 of them. Oh, wait. A character has insufficient gold. I just give it to you? Wait, alright, hang on. I just give it to you. Donate you this. What is okay?
Depends what you have to
So now I have to buy it back.
I have very high standards, mind.
This doesn't feel like whatever this is working as it should. This is why it was confusing. I'm like, is it just opening a very weird menu where I have to give you something and then you go, oh, cool, I'll give you this. And then we get like an item depending on what we give the cat. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, I'll just save it beforehand just so I could figure out what the hell that is. Turns out, I don't know. But Gale's cat is on top of the Diabolist's establishment, which is pretty funny. Still with pigeon feathers. Didn't we tell her not to? Come on, Tara. That's pretty funny. Very strange encounter, though. It's just like characters or situations you don't expect to get a follow-up on, even if it's something small like them just being around. Alright, let's have Gale fly back to where he needs to go before his spell runs out. Just so he can be on that platform. Bird's nest. God damn it, Tara. And we got a loose plank here. Very nice. I think it's funny when there are situations like this, how you can actually, if you want to, especially with your illithid powers, just fly from rooftop to rooftop. And there are hidden loose planks everywhere and random loot to get and birds' nests with eggs. Alright, now we fly out of the city. Do the Oblivion glitch that I always used to do. You level up your athletics skill, or as acrobatics, one of those. And then you get up onto a rooftop and you just jump over the wall out of the city where none of it's rendered. Because you have to go through a loading screen usually. Can I get up here? There's items that I can interact with. Chair. Oh shit. The Tsar Palace ramparts. Okay, so there you go. That is, of course, Cassador's palace. Wow, okay. The palace grounds are huge. I'm going to be in there forever. It really blows my mind how it's just in the city, right? Like, so casually, too. Guess that's what a lot of power and influence gives you. Intimidation. Alright. We're down here, Gale. Now, I did have Will, but he didn't say anything, so we're just gonna hide. You and I. And we're gonna continue taking a look around. Maybe I need a wizard over Will for something like this. Anyway. We shall see. So, we read the diary. And it seemed money is the key factor here. Ooh, infernal marble. Okay. It's a story item. Let me leave. Should I leave that alone or should I just grab it? I'll just grab it. I have a story item. I have an infernal marble. Do I want that though? I guess we'll find out. I mean, I assume it would be maybe something that'll get used to getting in, but then I'm thinking, what if we just ask her? What I'm thinking of at the moment is there's either going to be a situation where we ask and then they go, pay me a lot of money, and then I'll do it, and it will involve that marble, or we can just do it ourselves, but I'm not sure. Loose planks. Note from Director Gortash. Excellent work, Helsik. I'm beginning to see why they call you Mammon's Picklock, e.g. Okay. There's dirt. Marsember ice wine. As light and cold as the mist hanging like ghostly chandeliers over the canals of Marsember, the wine's nose communicates all the central aspects of its mother city, save perhaps the mounds of dead monkfish. Such good flavor text, even on like food and drink. Lot of 20s in this one. Ooh. Alright, a coin of mammon, another story item. Alright, so we have infernal marble and a coin of mammon, and a mask of soul perception. It a +2 bonus to attack rolls, initiative rolls, and perception checks, and it allows you to detect thoughts. Wow. Formerly worn by Autumnal Baskin, a professional meditator turned bare-knuckle champion, who gained enlightenment via 2 methods. The first was giving up her addictive reliance on secluded caves and lonely mountaintops, and getting a bit more sociable. This involved many new skirts, most of them lavender. This would be good to put on my character for detect thoughts during conversations. Detect thoughts is not something that we have really utilized at all. It is a concentration. Like you can, as long as you're concentrating, that's fine. I think we've got scrolls of it too. Love picking up story items when we don't know how to put 2 and 2 together, but isn't that fun? It doesn't have a use option. So they'll just stay in there for now. I guess could I put this on cast detect thoughts, then take it off, and then as long as my concentration is there, it's fine? I think so. We have a few scrolls of it as well. Beautiful, mate. Oh, it comes with a big ponytail too. Now, let me just... I assumed that maybe it wouldn't work anymore if I took the mask off. I'm going to cast on myself. So I have concentration, detect thoughts on until long rest as long as I'm concentrating. And then I'm going to take it off and put this on. Alright, I still have it. So that does work. That does work. Look at all my conditions. Right on. We're still looking around while Karlak and Astarion are window shopping. But if we go and talk with her ourselves, we might be able to get some thoughts being read. Ooh, whoa, whoa! Hold on a minute. Double 11. Okay. Double 11, baby. So, just like how double ones is a 1, I think it was clarified it's a 1 in 400 chance. That would, the same would apply to any double numbers, wouldn't it? I just keep getting them. And I keep getting the rolls that are really close to each other as well. Like I'll get 2 low rolls that are only 1 number apart. And the karmic dice is off. So, you know. Ooh. A gold key. Maybe this key would have come in handy before we lockpicked everything. But, you know, who am I to say? Now we have a door here that also goes outside. So there's just 2 ways in. Now the blood portal. That's, I don't know about that. Assumedly blood portal. I stood in the middle. Then we have these 2. Do we put them on the ground? Do we have to put them in each circle? What do you reckon? I'm playing with things that I do not know, which is very dangerous. Because it can get me in a lot of trouble. We just get teleported to the hells without everybody else. Alright, let's try the detect thoughts. I reckon we should now join the rest of the team. And then Helsic's gonna be like, wasn't there a devilish fella with you before? Not a guy in a hat. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Alright, now Karlak.
I welcome thee to the Devil's Fee, where every hellish curio's a rarity. So merry be, and shop with glee.
Karlak, would you like to talk, or shall I? Karlak's gonna say, listen here, Helsic. I ain't got time for your devilish nonsense you hear. I've had enough of that back in Avernus. Curios don't interest me, yeah? I'm interested in the hells themselves. A place called House of Hope in particular.
Truly? That's remarkable. I like to deal with remarkable people. Very well. You stand before Mammon's picklock, latchkeeper of the 9 hells. My business is not information, nor hellish curios. Not really. I break people into the hells. That's my thing.
Raphael told me the crown of Carsus was stolen from Mephistopheles. Were you involved in that?
Lord Gortash wanted to steal something from Mephistopheles, so I punched a portal into the Archdevil's dusty vaults. And then oh, gosh, my fickle memory fails. If only something would jog it.
My money, please, sir. I love the ability to do multiple pieces. It's clearly not going to be any of the first two. Imagine if it is. Imagine if it just doesn't matter. It's like whatever you do. We'll pay 1,000 gold. There you go, mate.
My, what deep pockets you have. Gortash stole the crown of Karsus, pissed off Mephistopheles, but rather intrigued another devil by the name Raphael. His House of Hope is furnished with a great deal of treasures, many related to Karsus. But alas, he lacks the crown itself. He's rather ambitious. One can only wonder what he has planned for the crown. The answers to that can probably be found within his house.
Then perhaps we should drop by and surprise Raphael. It'd make a nice change.
I wonder how the information would have changed with 100 or even 1 gold. It's really funny. Well, we paid you 1,000 gold. It's the least we could do for stealing from you. Can you help break me into the House of Hope?
What a fascinating proposition. Ludicrous, of course, but fascinating nevertheless. Very well. If you wish to die in Avernus, that's your business. Mine is charging you for it. Of course, such a task will require quite the substantial donation to Lord Mammon's coffers.
Such a task would be tantamount to suicide. Do not even entertain it.
Waive the fee and I'll add one of Raphael's artifacts to your collection. Cut the price or I cut you into little pieces. Choose. Oh, there is a intimidation move with Karlak here. Does it cut the price into 0 or because this is a complete waiver? I could also have my character do this. Karlak's going to intimidate Helsik, which is a bold choice, but she's in a mood, you see. Cut the price or I cut you into little pieces, yeah? If I'm going back to Avernus, it's not going to be me who's paying. Says the DC 25 roll. With the DC 25 roll. Now, if there's one thing that this game hates, it's me. And I'll stand on that opinion. This game hates me. This game hates me, by the way. I am cursed. I'm actually cursed. That's 3 in a row of just abysmally low dice rolls that it feels wrong. It feels infuriatingly wrong with the way that the dice rolls, even with advantage, have managed to both roll so low. And I know I don't get, just because it's advantage doesn't mean that they roll high. But when you roll 3 times and they're all low.
Let me tell you what happens if Raphael even suspects I'm poking around his home. I'll be scattered across the hells like a broken snuff box. The price stays.
Great job, Karlak. Steep some in it. I need time to mull this over.
Mull or don't mull, it matters not to me. If you have coin, return. If not, don't.
I have the coin, however, it was clearly just Karlak. Karlak was not being scary enough. Now it's my turn.
My most perceptive, prospective customer. Welcome back.
Oh, and if we're talking about perception, god damn it. With regards to the House of Hope,
My offer still stands.
Yes, but I didn't get to intimidate you. Yes. Now, you see, Karlak was being a little hasty. A little aggressive, if you will. Look, please, if you could waive the fee, I'll add one of Raphael's artifacts to your collection. Now, how does that sound? Not only is it a DC 5 left, but Mapogolops stands on persuasive business. My numbers, 713. Well, at least that's a fucking pass, but oh my god. I had to burn some inspo through some intimidation to get here. So, are we talking business now?
You put me in a difficult position, mortal. You are almost certain to fail. Almost. And so, there is a chance you might succeed. Fine. I'd like to be able to carry all of my precious stock without the need of a team of oxen. There are gauntlets of hill giant strength within the House of Hope. Free passage, and you fetch them for me. Deal?
Gauntlets of hill giant strength. You know what? That sounds great. I might keep them though. Just saying. But we'll see. Deal, let's do this. I don't see no contract.
Allow me to outline how this is going to work. First, you were never here. We never spoke. Second, you will perform the rites yourself. I want absolute deniability. Here's the grimoire and necessary components. Oh, take this key, too. It unlocks the ritual room upstairs. There's a blood circle already drawn. Don't ask whose blood.
Along with the grimoire and components, Helsik hands you a note containing precise instructions for performing the ritual.
Finally, you were never here. That is of utmost import to remember. Now be gone!
Very nice. Now, yes, upstairs. Not too familiar with that, but I'll have to take a look and we'll see how we go. So we have to perform it ourselves. So in the ritual pouch lies... Oh, now this is just funny. Do I get 2? Do I now have... I now have an infernal marble and a coin of mammon. But what I was missing... Oh, this is really cool. So... The game almost misleads you, right? Because if you don't have the grimoire, you have no idea what's going to happen. Upstairs is like the skull in the coffin, and there's incense sitting around. We picked up the diamond. There are the pieces. So clearly you've got like to arrange the pieces or something on the blood circle, and then you'll be teleported. I love that, but I was never going to think that these items, the common items, were relevant. That's fun though. So now we have 2 of these. Grimoire bound in impskin, Book of the Spells to Hell, opens the way to the House of Hope. And opening a hell gate. To open the portal, you must place the ritual items in their proper places on the blood star. Place the skull on the star point near the altar. Place the coin of mammon on the next point to the right. Counting clockwise, skip a point, and place the diamond on the next one. Place the incense on the point that follows the diamond, and place the infernal marble in the center of the star. Yeah, I'm familiar with these sorts of things. Now, your orb of infernal envisioning, I saw Raphael in that. You might want to throw that away. Interesting. So it's not even like infernal diamonds, right? In like the locked case. It's just normal diamond. It's just a normal diamond. I went through all this effort to like sneak upstairs, be like, oh, let's feed the drinking statue, and I'm just allowed up here now. So that's pretty hilarious. All right, so
I strongly suggest that you reconsider this course of action.
And there's the incense.
Whatever you expect to gain from the Hells is not worth the risk of traveling there uninvited.
Yeah, is that because there's a possibility that instead of me tearing up the contract, we could be going here to get the hammer? And there's multiple ways that this guy is just like, please don't do this. Emperor, you should know by now, I make decisions that feel right for me, which is scarcely a good decision to make. Now, we have circles and the center. We have a way in to the House of Hope. Do I wish to pursue this? I'm just trying to think about party for this, because Will could be a really interesting one to take as a devil. Karlak coming with almost seems like a definite. Maybe I'll leave Astarion behind, but then Astarion is going to be really good at my roguish stealing, and we are breaking in. And Gale, I feel like a spellcaster should be required. This feels like a good team, as much as I'm thinking about Will. Well, I guess we should pick a quest, and we should pursue it with all good intentions. So if I save, we should do a ritual. Off we go to the Hells. How about that? How does that sound, everybody? To the Hells? Infernal Transposition Ritual to Avernus. Blood Circle configuration. Place that which no eyes but used to see it. Place that which has no eyes but used to see at the western point of the circle. So this is like better, like interesting instructions. Less clear. That we probably could have looted, and we could have done this without even having a conversation. Luckily, we passed the check. I can see that stealing everything and doing it is better than spending 20,000 gold, or just being very persuasive. 2 spaces lie opposite that point. Place what is cut but cannot bleed, which is the diamond. To the right, that which smells but cannot sniff, which is the incense. The aspect of the Avarice Lord sits clockwise so, and then the circle center shall receive the internal marvel of infernal marble. Finally, and I mean no disrespect, go to hell. Legal notice. The owner of this grimoire asserts that it is for scholarly and recreational purposes only. As a mere dealer in antiques, I disbelieve in the very existence of infernal transplanar travel. That is funny. Alright, so skull on the star point near the altar. Is this what is being considered the altar in this context? If I get this wrong, are we just going to end up dead? Place the coin of mammon on the next point to the right. Skip a point, place a diamond. Incense the point that follows the diamond. And marble in the center. Alright. On the star point near the altar, I take it that this is our altar. So we want to place it here, because this is also the point. Alright, in the bag. Skull. Whoa, ooh, that's so cool that it reacts. Alright. Place the coin of mammon on the next point to the right. And I'm assuming it's the right from where we'd be standing, so it would be here. I guess we'll take the other coin of mammon as a souvenir. Alright, point to the right. Counting clockwise, skip a point, and the diamond goes on the next one. So the diamond will go here. And then incense on the point that follows the diamond. So we'll put that here. And then the infernal marble in the center. All right, team, are we ready? I guess we should all hop on. And then I feel so stressed. We're going to save over the save that I just did, because I just don't need to double check that I've saved. And here we go.
Signing the devil's contract was an impulsive error. Do not seek to correct one mistake with another.
Well, I've signed a deal with the devil now, haven't I? So maybe I should do it. We completed a ritual that opened a portal to the Hells. We should use it to enter the House of Hope and acquire the gauntlets for Hellsick. Yeah, alright, well, we'll see what happens. Anyone want to talk about this before we go in?
What's on your mind?
Oh, I don't know. We just kind of standing over a portal to Avernus. How are you feeling about that? Nothing?
My favorite...
Everybody, we all look really good in this light, but nobody wants to talk about it. Okay. Alright, then in we go. No, I'm not sure, but okay. Oh my god. Well, shit. We can go in and out, it looks like. So we can at least come back here. So if we have a look... We have... I have to actually get something.
Gods, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is all your fault, you know.
I know.
You're lucky I love you.
I love you too. And we're going to be fine. Get in, get the contract, and go.
Get in, get the contract, and go. Easy. We won't get trapped here. We won't get dragged deeper into Avernus. We won't. On the bright side, my engine finally feels normal. Like it isn't about to explode. I gotta admit, that's pretty nice. Let's find that contract and get out of here before I get used to feeling like I might live.
How much does that suck?
You know, for all the sense of dread and horror seeping through this place, I really feel quite at home here.
I never thought this journey of ours would see us knocking on a devil's door. Can't say I'm relishing the experience, but needs must.
Alright, now... Ooh, Pillar of Souls deactivated. Alright. The Iron Doors to Hope in the foyer. Can't say I feel like this is gonna be a great time. Just hold on a second, team.
It can't reach us here, I guess.
Ooh.
Careful, soldier. I'm burning really hot. Had a nice break in the hells. Now that we're back, my engine's in overdrive again. Let's move. A trot will take my mind off being barbecued alive.
Oh. Feels so bad for her.
What's on your mind?
Well, we'll have to ask that later because I'm only going back here literally just to get some items before we hop in. I went, oh, hold on! Sorry, team! I've forgotten something. It appears that my equipment is on other characters. So if we could get those arrows and those potions, that would be awesome. Yeah, so we actually don't have everything that we need. So let's just let's change that, shall we?
Oh, sing the song of Baldur, who founded Baldur's Gate.
Okay, team, wonderful. Let's go back. Sorry, Karlak. This will grant you some relief. Alright, here we are. Back in the House of Hope. With some ominous music. And we've got arrows. And we have potions. Now, anyone particularly in the mood for potion drinking before we get too far into this place? Anyone want some elixirs? I'm going to have an elixir myself. I'm quite thirsty. I'm going to have Apocalypse go up to strength 27. And I love how my attack roll apparently has gone differently. Yeah, that's good. That's a good amount of damage. My strength is now 27. Tavern Brawler is in effect. Now. Actually, do I still have Tavern Brawler, or did I respec that out of myself? I still have Tavern Brawler. I got that. Now. Karlach, I'm thinking Karlach is probably just going to do the same. I think Karlach should just do the same. Astarion, I think Bloodlust could be quite good for just going crazy. In terms of Elixir of Vigilance, Astarion will go first anyway. We could have Karlach be real big to deal more damage, gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws. So instead of Karlach drinking giant strength, can just go big mode. Okay, Karlach is going big mode. Big Karlach is real.
Direct me.
Now, we don't have the Battle Mage Elixir, do we? No, we got one more. Yeah, Arcane Acuity. Right.
Watch your back.
And then Astarion. Thinking, like, Viciousness to reduce the critical hit again, because I think we do have that to stack quite a bit. Actually, we might go for Guileful Movement, so I can just not be paralyzed or restrained, and my movement speed can't be reduced, so we can just have Astarion just be very slippery. Alright. Everybody has drunk some stuff. This is a very important, high-stakes situation that we're in, which is why I'm being extra careful, because we can't reload unless we die. So it requires that. There's a guest book.
Here we go.
Oh!
You came. Such a shame.
Whoa.
Curiosity killed all the cats. It won't be so kind to you.
As the woman speaks, you hear a distant rattle of chains, and she winces in pain.
The jailer will hear us. I shouldn't be talking to you. I must go. It's not kind to me.
The figure flickers and starts to dim from view, but you sense she could be convinced to return.
Wait, what the fuck? House of Hope. Is named after a prisoner? Is this like an Orpheus situation where it's like you have someone that's trapped and then they're powering the thing, how Orpheus in the prism is able to block out the Netherbrain? Maybe I could help you be free of whoever's hurting you.
The figure shimmers brightly. Your words seem to have piqued her curiosity.
I hope so. But it is a faint hope. Just like me.
I can't leave. I could only suffer.
But I'm supposed to do that in silence. Everyone here hates me for what I am.
I'm the thing that kills you and the only reason you're alive. Made by a promise, undone by the truth. A handshake, a hug, the first beat of a newborn's heart. I am hope. What little is left of her. A guttering candle in a universe of night.
Raphael's driven her mad. Poor soul.
I'm not much of a friend to anyone anymore. But I could use a friend myself. Do you want a friend to guide you through this madhouse? I hear the jailer. It hears me. It'll call Raphael, make every question count. Make some of them count twice.
Wow. Okay, this changes things dramatically as well. So we're also doing Prison Break. I might need a healer. Last time I did Prison Break, I had an NPC die on me. And if I had a healer, that might be the better move. I think I should probably take Astarion out, actually. You guys don't mind if we go back out in the portal again? I'm being very indecisive on this whole portal thing, team. Turns out I've left me lighter at home for me pipe, of course, and Astarion, if you could go grab it and get Shadowheart to replace you, that would be great. Oh. Alright. We need to make these questions count. First and foremost, I need to find my contract. Can you help?
Caveat venditor. big mistake coming here while Raphael holds all the cards in his claws. But big mistakes correct bigger mistakes, like scribbling your signature in the first place. Silly little mice. But yes, hope can help. Your contract is here, in this house. It's...
You hear a sound like the rattle of a chain, and an agonizing scream in your head as hope flickers from view momentarily.
Shh. Quiet. There it goes. Everyone here is mad. Even you, especially me. And that makes them dangerous, but it also makes them stupid. I'll make you seem as ruined as the rest of the people here. A simple glamour to make you a terrible wretch.
Oh, no need. Ah, I look better! What the fuck?
Whisper your questions, little wretch. But really quiet and very clever. Concentrate.
You know, I looked better before as a wretch, you mean? Wait! Hey! Where'd my hat go? I've been put in clothing instead. My face! My beautiful face has been returned to me. What if we make this a permanent fixture after we leave the House of Hope? Hope did some fancy pants makeup routine on me, and I've got this beautiful little skincare thing going on now. It's great. It's done wonders for my veins. I'm so confused. It's like, we're going to make you blend in and look like a wretch. I'm like, excusez-moi? I look dreamy now again. All right. Now whisper your questions. Be really quiet and really clever. Concentrate. Prepare to speak in your finest stage whisper. All right. Well, we want to go for speak quietly and with reserve because we have advantage and +9. Monk and insight proficiency. Hey, look, an advantage where I don't roll two really low, ridiculous numbers. I'm so stunned with my visual. Will this wear off if I leave the portal?
Remember, quiet as a mouse.
Where will I find my contract?
The same place you'll find your sorry little soul when Raphael rips it out. The paper cage for your soul. Such a tiny thing, but it's one of his favorites. In the archive, down the corridor, past the debtor. Oh, the debtors. They won't like you. But I like you. I know I do. I think I do. I hope I do. I just need to ask one question, and I'll know for sure.
What is it?
Can you save me? Please? Please, 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 please.
Of course.
You don't even know how. All right. You have to listen very, very, very closely. I will say this only once. Find the key, take the contract, smash my chains. Find the key, take the contract, smash my chains. Find the key, take the contract, smash my chains. Once you take the contract, the fire will come. And Raphael, you must run, run, run. But don't forget me. Please, please, please. I don't want to burn. Not again.
We won't. We'll get you out. I promise.
The rattle of chains echoes louder from unseen places, and without a scream or a sigh, hope disappears.
Ah, whoa.
There's nothing.
Indebted disguise. We've all been disguised, the full team. So we all are apparently supposed to look like wretches. Ah. What do they call that? False hope? Hope, my face. My face was fixed. Okay, so what the... Wait a minute. Let's look at this. So, in Debtor Disguise, you appear as yet another debtor trapped within the contractual hell of Raphael's House of Hope. We got free clothing, debtor's attire. Okay, so that's cool. We've got the debtor's attire, which disguises us as a poor soul. Other debtors in his thrall will not be hostile to you. Now, do we have to wear the clothing? Can I at least do that? We're still wearing the clothing. Fuck. I guess, like, we may as well. Now, the good news is it's not a spell, right? Which means I can leave and come back. So, let's just quickly get out. Let's quickly get out. We have the attire, but we're going back to camp because I am an indecisive asshole and I want Shadowheart. Okay, we have a team. We have assembled the group. Now, we got jump scared by the Hope appearance, so let's read some stuff now. Luck.
Rest your weary soul.
Ooh. The guest book. House of Hope guest book. Elias's 1492. Please sign below. Invited guests with boudoir privileges. Halaster Black Cloak social call. High Inquisitor Virilius Receptor. Diabolic audit. Involuntary guests. Feast hall access only. Meal plan D. Silvira Savicus. Return unharmed. Thaddeus Krieg, damned, and Sir Bluto Sans Pate, damned. Ooh, I like the idea of involuntary guests in the book here.
Here goes nothing.
Come in from the cold.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so we have our... Wow. We have our disguises. An Infernal Mason, an Eternal Debtor skeleton. Couldn't we get a cool robe like this instead we got some daggy clothes? Alright, in we go. We're in disguise. We're all in disguise. Okay.
This place is all entrances and no exits.
Wow. Oh, they pop in and out. Okay. This was the room we were transported in, like that first time that we met Raphael. I remember it looking a lot cleaner. Wow. Okay.
A delicious aroma still lingers around the table. Your mouth waters. Just a little.
Huh.
Perhaps this dinner wasn't to their liking. It seems Raphael is not always the best host.
Okay, so he's currently not here, but it's potential for him to get alerted.
I see you.
So we'll have to be careful. Debt consolidation. A record written in Raphael's own hand detailing the adventures of various travelers in Faerun, including yours. The desperate will do anything to get out of a bind. That mind flayer toys with its food, but it'll become hungry soon enough, and they have proven such malleable little things. The crown for the hammer, more than a reasonable trade, I should think. After all, what use is power if you don't have freedom? Well, we'll see how we go, won't we? Shall we talk to this
Very well.
Infernal Mason?
I know you.
Who are you?
A builder. A creator. A savior. But at my foundation, I am a lost soul. We share that foundation. Like me, you made a deal with the devil and authored your own damnable fate for the greater good.
The greater good. What greater good did you sell your soul for?
Alas, it was a good that never came to be. I was an architect in life,
a builder of tombs and temples, but mostly of towers. My proudest work reached for the stars and sought to dry Seluna's tears. It was a monument to life and to virtue, and a happy home to my master for many years.
What went wrong?
Deaths in the family. Happiness rarely lasts a lifetime. When tragedy came, my master fell into darkness and despair. He marshaled a great army to ruin the world and bring all into shadow. I could not let it happen. I sought out the devil, Raphael, and signed an infernal pact with him. He promised to destroy my master's army, and I promised him my soul in return. The devil was true to his word. Fiends slaughtered my master's forces, but he endured somehow and blighted the land.
Yeah, this is fucking crazy. This is a familiar tale. Are you the architect of Moonrise Towers?
You know my work. Oh, I am glad it endures. Perhaps you also have the misfortune of knowing my master, General Ketheric Thorm.
The way that he said that was so cool. The way he said his name. This is crazy. I mean, very noble of him to be like, sacrifice myself for the greater good of defeating an army. It's just a shame when you are like, well, it didn't come to pass. So your intervention pushed Ketheric deeper into darkness. He became a chosen of Merkel. I think we should give our poor, magically talking skeleton with no vocal cords some peace, don't you? Ketheric is no more. I killed him.
Then all came to pass as I had hoped, though a century too late for my family and friends. Your actions may have justified the price of my soul. I thank you. Tell me, what became of my pride? What became of Moonrise Towers?
We healed the land and lifted the shadow curse. Moonrise will be a beacon of light once again.
I did not think it possible. Thank you. My spirit smiles for the first time in a century. Now go. Finish your business here and leave while you can.
Man, it's a shame that, like, something like this, right? This is a conversation that is had because we're disguised as a debtor. Like, they'd recognize, they'd, like, see us as more intruders, and we wouldn't be able to have such, like, a beautiful conversation with someone like this. This is, like, huge, too. Like, this whole element of, yeah, I just built Moonrise Towers, you know, and sold my soul to deal with Ketheric Thorm, and it didn't work. But we've given his soul some peace. Look at the architecture in here. Like, surely he admires this place in some sense. He's like, this place is crazy. Alright, so Find Hope is this way. Search the Archive is this way. This is to escape the deal. Should we focus on Hope first? Let's go this way.
I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my skin.
Love the artwork on the walls. Waltzing Eternal Debtor and Mocking Eternal Debtor. So, so they're the debtors with their souls pledged to Raphael. Ooh, prison hatchway. Oh, I see. They're eternally doing something in particular. Immortal eternal debtor. Man, this is just miserable. This is what's going to happen to us if we don't find our contract.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't look at me. I'm dancing. I love to dance. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
They all made their deals with their devils, you know. Raphael is all too happy to take them up on their offers.
You. Are you good?
I try to be, you know, sometimes. Depends on the day. Depends how I woke up on the bed, I'll tell you that much.
You can't be. No one can. No matter how straight we stand, how much we smile. I tried, but I don't think I can ever be good. Instead, I'll be perfect.
So after your debt was paid, you wished to be perfect? You wished to be really good at dancing? We're trying to try and figure out, you know, what was their deal? Oh, even more debtor's attire. Okay. So if you don't manage to get debtor's attire from Hope, you can take some. I don't really feel like we need more, but there you go. There is more. So a prison hatchway, and we're able to go in it. We can open this.
Come on, open up.
Come on, open up. I'll take it. If it's not marked red, I am currently doing as I please. A rich clock. The founding of Baldur's Gate. The abridged versions of Plamondon's popular history of the Gate, written in a breezy, conversational style more accessible than that of most scholarly histories. For example, the cozy crescent of land around Grey Harbour has been settled for at least 1,500 years, favoured by bucolic fisherfolk and beachcombers, as well as the less savoury smugglers and outright pirates. But there wasn't really much of a permanent town there until one of its seagoing entrepreneurs, a fellow known as Baldur, returned from an expedition with a hold full of gold. And he was generous in spending it, building wharves and warehouses along the waterfront, and a great granite wall curving along the slopes to protect it all from raiders, sweeping down from the fields of the dead. And we can also read the elf song, and that's kind of like the story of that too.
This clock does not measure the passage of time. Perhaps it measures how much time remains?
Ooh, alright, interesting.
Here, the chaos of the world is dimmed. Here, the violence of life is pacified. Here, there is order.
Seems we'll be investigating and looking around this place for a while. Yeah, so before we go anywhere that's specifically tied to objectives, we're going to talk to characters. Oh, actually, Shadowheart, how do you feel about being here?
I wasn't expecting it.
Okay. I guess you get the dialogue if you came here for the first time. Okay. At least Karlach feels some semblance of peace. God, these devil statues are so cool. Oh, you're caning yourself.
Kill me, please.
Constantly forced to cane yourself for an eternity. Immortal. Doesn't sit. Forever indebted. A debt to Raphael must be paid, even in death. Upon dying, the debtor explodes in damaging flames and is reincarnated as a fiendish creature bound to Raphael. Alright, well, there you go.
Wrath, the purest of all things that burn.
Maybe don't kill them then? Security breach. We are concerned to report a regrettable incident within our esteemed House of Hope. It's come to our attention that one of the guests, driven to madness by insatiable curiosity, attempted to breach the sanctity of your revered boudoir. The misguided individual, their mind clouded by a desperate desire for forbidden knowledge, sought to gain access to your private quarters and uncover the secrets that lie within. They believed that the back door on the balcony would serve as their clandestine path to knowledge. However, rest assured, my lord, that our vigilant guardians swiftly intervened and prevented any further trespassing. So please don't turn us into Lumiores. Interesting.
Pain. Become its bedfellow, and you will know true pleasure.
We'll just talk to Mizora back at camp and be like, hey, can you help us out in here too? Collar. Oh god, the dog walking animation is crazy. I'm trying to I'm trying to get a feel for whether or not what they're doing to repay their debt is tied to what type of deal they would have made, you know? Like the one that's dancing, the one that's immortal, the one that's constantly mocking.
He said he'd turn my eyes in on themselves. To see inside me. Rolling and rolling until they burst.
Okay. Kind of wish this dude's eyes were just pure white, so it looks like they were like rolled back. Sword Coast Songbook. Dozens upon dozens of songs grace the pages of this book. The Ballad of the Dreamweaver, Blades and Bardings, Drums of Daggerford, Lost and Away, 9 Stars Around a Silver Moon, Herodus the Great, Tears of the Sea, Waiting Grave, and When Mages Go to War. I feel like those are references.
Let your heart be glad, let your tongue rejoice, and let your soul rest forever in this house of hope.
Damn. Voyeur.
Show your invitation.
I like to watch the door to the boudoir. I like to see who goes in, who comes back out, and who never does.
Voyeur, So a boudoir. Does Raphael mind you watching his comings and goings?
Why? It was his idea. Here I watch, forever and forever. Oh, I can never join in, but I'll always look.
Okay. Do you know what goes on inside that room?
Oh, I like to peep through the keyhole. There's so much to see. So much to see.
Just a spot of voyeurism. Alright, so the boudoir. Was there a narrator? The narrator said something, guys, but how was I supposed to know? So I've entered dialogue, and I don't know what the narrator said. I mean, it looks like it does get pretty sexy in here. I can see why you'd be a voyeur. Alright, now we get the bed. Damn, we got the actual big balcony in here too. Look at that. Beautiful sight. We're in Avernus right now. Alright, there you go. That is what we just read about. They thought that the balcony to get in there would be the way, but then they were dealt with very swiftly. Mystic Force Curtain. Should I click on it?
Show your invitation.
Okay, maybe that's what the narrator said.
When debts are paid and afflictions cured, rejoice in the new life granted to you by my benevolence.
We'll try and find an invitation then.
Don't! Please don't! Am I still...
Gonna go open this if you don't mind, guys. What's in this chest? Ah! Every time I'm like, it's fine, I won't need to do this. Oh. We have Shadowheart with us, which means I can take off my guidance pendant and put on something a little better. Now, I can get a +2 on my persuasion. I already have a decent amount here. We're no longer concentrating on detect thoughts, of course. But I can cast it on an amulet. Turn into a bird. Turn into a bird to do that balcony. Gust of wind. Or I can turn into a cloud as well. Counterspell. +1 on performance. Honestly, I don't know if there's... Maybe I'm going to give myself face semblance so I have an advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. That could come in handy in a place like this. So let's go for that. Oh no. Ew. Alright, what's happening here?
Away! This is Raphael's chamber pot!
No! No! Are you its guardian?
Its admirer,
Oh,
its
no.
protector. It is my one true beloved.
No! No!
Step aside now. Raphael might return at any time.
Does he do it here, or does he take it with him somewhere and then brings it out to you? No!
An overpowering stench singes your nostrils. Nothing good happened here.
No.
Hellfire, the great gift of Mephistopheles.
Oh.
Can't sleep. Oh, so tired.
Taming Hope Part 2.
Guile, the face that masks 1,000 lies.
Carilla's transcript of a conversation between Raphael and, oh, her sister. Hope is Carilla's sister. What's that? Good morning, sweetling. How are you? What is that? This? Oh, nothing really. Just a little curiosity. Hope, my tenacious petal clinging to the flower despite winter, nature, and all common sense. This is an Omuan dreamcatcher. No? No recognition? Well, alright. This tinkly feathery device is a jar for dreams. Currently full to bursting, I don't mind telling you. Stop. Stop what, dear one? Jangling it like that. I'd like you to stop. You hear them then? The captured dreams of frightened children? The Omuans were a clever people, Hope. Their children slept like stones. No boogeymen or creepers invaded their imaginations in the tenebrous dark. No. Those figments went in there, and they got to know one another. A social house for nightmares. The things that go bump in the night live inside this dreamcatcher, and they are dying to meet you. Raphael, don't go! Serve me then, damn your pride, and serve me with your whole heart. With her eyes fixed on the dreamcatcher, then averting to his, Raphael is stunned to see her eyes narrow. No, I won't do it. I see. How naughty of you. As Raphael and I left, I chose to linger and listen at my sister's closed door. She was alone with the dreamcatcher. I heard her breathing grow heavier, then sharp, frozen silence. Then Hope began to scream. Ah, man. So she was forced to take all of those nightmares into her? Well, this is just going to be miserable. How Hope was imprisoned. Now that was part 2, so we want to look for a part 1.
Listen.
An eternal rat.
I'm in two minds. The rat and the man and the rat, they gnaw at one another. Which one will be the meat and which one will be the tooth?
How did you end up here?
Cheated my chums, took everything and ran. The kindly devil hid me from them, made sure they'd never find me. I skitter now, bested the litter, and hungry, want victuals sweet with rot. Simpler life, but harder.
The eternal rat. With a view. Absolutely wild.
Flock to me, all who are burdened, and I will give you hope. For my house is yours, and the door is always open.
my blood! It's burning! Sizzling! Do you feel it? Don't come too close. My bones are kindling. Soon they'll catch light.
Jesus.
Over here!
Ooh. Okay, so Hope's popped up next to Archive.
Hello again, little mouse. The price for speaking is steep, but I must give warning. Your prize is just ahead in the archive, but you can't take it yet. And even if you could, you mustn't. Trigger the alarm, and Raphael will come swooping home on wings of malice to rip out your soul. In this house, thieves are melted like butter and spread onto toast. Shh. I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again.
Ooh. You know, I've been on one hell of a journey, especially over the course of this whole tadpole business. But once upon a time, I was a monk, and I spoke with calm and a tranquil mind. And you know, there was a time when I wasn't cursed to put my hands on everything. Focus. Breathe with intent, and the flames that scorch your mind will recede, for they are nothing.
Slight problem. The flames are scorching my backside as well as my mind. But I like your optimism, and I can help. The archivist is the key, but he's as stubborn as a king and as serious as a heart attack. Exploit his fiddling weakness and make him grovel! Oh no. They hear me. Speak quickly, speak softly. You know how this goes.
Alright, well, we'll go for the wisdom. Focus your efforts on formulating concise questions. Oh my god! Oh, the dice rolls have never felt more painful to roll.
You steady your mind and prepare your questions.
Alright. How should I deal with the archivist?
He fears authority figures. Perhaps his teacher took a strap to him and left a deep impression at an early age. There's one regular visitor that he particularly fears. She is...
A crack like breaking bone. Hope winces.
She. Well, now, unless she's short and bearded and a bit veiny, I'm going to have to use disguise self, potentially. Alright, here's the persuasion check. Who does the archivist fear, Hope? I need a name. The game heard me criticizing it for these terrible advantage rolls and said, fuck, we've been caught meddling with his numbers.
Scarier things than you, little mouse. Verilius. Verilius Receptor. A High Inquisitor of Zariel. Officially entitled to audit Raphael's collection. Her true form is so gargantuan and mind-scarring to behold that she takes on many guises when she visits. Play your part well and you can be one of those blasphemous guises.
That is a, what's the word that I'm looking for? Convenient thing that this person does. I was going to say if they're gargantuan, I have just the woman. However, I don't think Karlach's very deceptive, so it'll have to be me. And it's perfect. It means that the archivist, in my own headcanon universe, he'll think that Karlach's the gargantuan authority figure, and it's actually me. Nobody expects it to be the shorty. A list of essential personnel, listing their duties. Corilla Hearth Flame field work. So far, I've barely had to singe the tips of her fingers. Excuse me. This one shows promise. The archivist, naughty boy, supposed to be looking after the collection, but has a tendency to drift. May have to start breaking his neck to give his spine a chance to recover. Baldur. Little shit let Gortash get away, not letting him near the prisons ever again. Chamber of Egress will do fine until I find a replacement for him. Interesting. Alright. Maybe we'll have to find this person.
The rats. They're eating me from the inside. The rats. The rats. The rats. Ugh.
God, even just the description of that, with the way that your shirt's all ripped, it makes you feel like there's like ripping at their body. Oh God, I hate that.
That might be worth a look.
Interesting. What's going on here?
The spilt wine is laced with the perfume of an exquisite poison. An unexpected treat.
Ah.
Brother! Welcome. It's so good to see a new face.
How long have you been in the House of Hope?
Long enough to forget the faces of my family.
Who are you?
Who am I? I do not know. Who was I? I can answer. A priest. I spent most of my life singing praise to a god who did not listen. 1,000 prayers with no reply. Imagine it. Raphael answered the first time I called out to him.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for like 1,000 prayers with no reply, but just one for a devil. What did you ask of Raphael?
Not riches or miracles, just enough coin to keep my family happy and healthy. Raphael delivered, and then I was delivered to him.
Oof. So that's why we're recognized as a brother. Okay, so that's the other side. So we have a boudoir, we have the archive, which we are told not to deal with yet, but we have a clue as to what we can do to deal with that. And then we have another door out this way. So this one's locked too. What's that lockpick like? 25. Oh no, they went back into my numbers and destroyed me. Okay. Oh, hang on. There's a lever there. Can I not just pull this and this will open the door? Yeah. No need to waste my thieves' tools. So, alright, so it would actually have been locked the first time, so we're almost meant to go around this way. I pick up what you're putting down now, video game. So let's try over this way. Wish my characters would have more to say while we're walking through here. Let's see. Outer portals. What is this? Ooh, oh!
Look positively wretched. Perfect.
Yes, I do. Hello. Hope of the house, by the way. Let me see that. Affected entity is immune to all damage while its soul is tied to this house. Okay. You only have 10 health. Level 12 shield dwarf, and you have 10 health. Could you get some more health, please?
When is a door not a door? When it's a jam jar! You won't find a way out here. Or a way in.
What is this place?
This is the Chamber of Egress. The portals here crisscross the plains, but they won't open to the likes of you and me. This is how Raphael consults with his clients so efficiently, no matter the time, no matter the place, and it's how he stalks his prey.
Damn, there must be something useful here.
Oh, there is. There is. If you stare into the portals long enough, your mind starts to do cartwheels and tricks you into thinking you're falling into a horrible, yawning void. It's one of my favorite ways to pass the time. But you have no time to waste, or time will waste you. And what you need from the house is in the archive. Not here!
I love her. Can we save her and then she becomes a companion so we get a dwarven companion? Portal to Menzoberranzan. Portal to Luskan. A portal to Mephistar. Portal to Baldur's Gate. To Waterdeep. To Neverwinter. To Uthkatla. Well, there's some cool mentions in here. And here's New Bolden that was just mentioned in that note.
Stay out of my way. Don't touch anything and keep quiet. I've had enough pests bothering me today. I don't need another.
Marcus, is that you? You have such a familiar face. What is this place?
The Chamber of Egress. Way station of the Hells. Providing access to Raphael's clientele wherever they might make their home. I am its keeper, New Baldin. Very much not at your service.
Well, damn. What are you doing here?
I used to work in the prison, ensuring no desirable people left the House of Hope. Now I guard the portals to ensure that no undesirable people enter.
I guess we look pretty desirable, huh? Why don't you work in the prison anymore?
I made a mistake. Raphael doesn't tolerate mistakes. We had one house guest by the name of Gortash. A mischievous little blot of a boy, and he slipped through my fingers.
Gortash was here. Lord Enver Gortash.
Lord? Is that what he calls himself these days? The snivelling little shit. He was the son of a cobbler or some such meagre tradesman, sold to Raphael by his loving parents to pay off a petty debt. Lord, indeed. I used to bruise my knuckles on his whimpering little face. I'd like to have snapped his neck.
I'd like to snap his neck myself.
Then why not get to the snapping of necks instead of the flapping of lips? I tire of you.
I'd like to visit the prison. Where is it? I know where it is. I saw the door. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to say, do you know Hope? Oh, both of these seem kind of risky to mention. I guess this guy has resentment towards Raphael, so he almost feels kind of safe to talk to in that regard. Do you know Hope?
The greatest pest of all! I've always thought hope to be a dirty, empty little word. She suits it well.
Who is she?
A nasty little optimist who doesn't have the good sense to lose her mind completely, like the rest of us. She has a rather loathsome habit of popping into existence all over the house to shout words of encouragement to the other denizens. It's most irksome. But her appearances are just a trick of the light. Her corporeal form is down in the dark, bound by unbreakable chains in Raphael's dungeon. It used to be my prison, New Baldin's very own pit of pain. I was its keeper. But that was a very long time ago.
Okay, I'm gonna leave. Because we know where the prison is, I don't want to mess it up. Oh, hello.
So, Gortash's parents sold him to a warlock. Why does that sound so familiar? I've got no interest in empathizing with the fuck. But maybe what he did to me was some kind of mirror of what happened to him. When you get fucked up, you fuck up right back.
It's very true. I think Will would have had some cool dialogue about that. Alas. So they won't be able to be used. Can I investigate them, though?
The splendid city of Athkatla hums beyond the portal.
Athkatla,
Neverwinter,
city of
jewel
coin,
of the
capital
north.
of Arm. They say Neverwinter, jewel of the north. I wonder if the cult of the Absolute has influence there as well.
Well, again, not expecting narrator and character dialogue. I need to not be so cursed to put my hands on everything.
Waterdeep, the crown of the north.
Waterdeep. The forces of the Absolute could threaten even the City of Splendors if they were to reach it.
Ah, excellent choice.
Waterdeep, bring a heavy gold pouch.
Waterdeep. Gods, I wish I could go home.
Cool.
Escape.
Also different,
Have to keep going.
different dialogue.
Salty air, the patter of feet. Baldur's Gate lies beyond.
We have our own portal to take us back to Baldur's Gate.
That is true.
This portal leads directly to the frigid citadel of Mephistar, nestled in the Hells.
Mephistar, home to the archdevil Mephistopheles. Raphael's bold indeed if he ever visits uninvited.
Mephisto? I hardly know her.
Secrets of the port city of Luskan flutter behind this portal.
Luskan, city of sails, at the far north of the Sword Coast, in the shadow of the spine of the world.
Shadow of the spine of the world.
Menzoberranzan, the jewel of the Underdark, lies beyond.
Menzoberranzan, city of spiders. Of course, Raphael has dealings in the depths of the Underdark.
That was cool. If we had Minthara here, probably comment on Menzoberranzan. Okay, outer portals, prison, their archive, boudoir. I feel like it should be prison first.
Such a beautiful house. Oh, such a beautiful prison.
But then again, if we do prison first and free hope, that's got to trigger some alarm bells in the same way that taking our contract would. All right, I think
Can't feel my legs.
what we could do is go in. I think there's going to be a bit of back and forth, because if what Hope has said, if we just don't take the contract and we're just exploring and do what we need to do, we should be okay to kind of make sure that we're in a good position to make sure that we can get this Hope and contract heist off effectively. Raphael's Archives, alright. Librarian Eternal. Corilla is here. An impervious sphere. I see. I can't look at them from here. Are these the gauntlets that I need to steal? Yeah. Alright. Nautiloid adventurers. Let's walk in.
The Master is very indulgent of you, Corilla. But I will not let you bring disorder into the archive.
I'm not bringing anything, you little fusspot. I'm just here to watch the story unfold. Well, well, well. Look what we have here.
Ah, hello.
Can't resist the faintest hint of a temptation, can you? I suppose that makes two of us. That little disguise Hope gave you is adorable. I can see right through it, of course. And so will Raphael. He's going to notice you nosing around his house. I hope you're ready to face a very angry devil.
Why don't you run off and tell him, Corilla? You love tattling to Daddy, don't you?
Karlak, don't speak to Clarilla like that. Okay? She's my gorgeous devil wife in another timeline. What are you doing here? Well, it's her job, isn't it?
Me? This is home base. I'm not even going to ask what you're doing here. Plausible deniability. Might want to steer clear of my sister Hope, though. She's mad as a March hare. If she'd just agreed to serve Raphael, he'd probably have released her a long time ago.
Wow.
As things stand, she's his favorite toy. We're all mad here. But Hope in hell? Why, that's the definition of insanity.
Hope is your sister.
She is. Though we've got about as much in common as a princess and a pauper. Raphael offered her the world. She didn't want it. He sweetened the deal. She said no. No matter how many times he upped the ante, she just laughed in his face. He didn't like that. Eventually, he took her by force, trapped her and swore he wouldn't let her go till she gave him what he wanted. Conversion. The stubborn ass has endured more torment than any soul should be able to. Even when he took all of her skin, she held on to hope. Raphael finds that puzzling. And he loves puzzles. You being here is another puzzle. You don't seem like you want to die. You want my advice? Enjoy whatever life remains to you. When Raphael catches you, you'll never enjoy anything again.
Oh, no. Alright. I wanted to talk to you about more stuff. That's crazy. Does she have a shred of empathy or, you know, concern or care, even though she's not like her sister, even when she took all of her he took all of her skin? What the hell? That's fucked. Jesus. Librarian Eternal and the Power of the Crown. It's so wild because, like, he just took her by force. There wasn't even a deal that ended up being struck in the end. That seems unlike Raphael. He just really wanted hope in hell so badly. All 100 chapters of this dense book describe the coronation of Raphael as Archdevil Supreme of the Nine Hells, but the circumstances vary in each case. Some versions are written as if historical fact, others are imagined futures, but all end with Raphael wearing the crown of Karsus. One in particular catches your attention. In the end, it was the prison bearers who came to him seeking salvation, and he laid out a course for their survival. They would be free of the parasite, the Sword Coast would be cleansed of illithids, and Raphael would receive the crown for his part in the victory. From the moment he met them, it was inevitable. The realms would weep to see his glory. The ego on this devil, right? Like, he's writing his own historical ascension to power. He's writing that. And editing it based on the events that do transpire.
No interruptions, please.
I wish we were disguised as skeletons.
Just look. Exquisitely arranged down to the last thread. If you see him, tell him how beautiful it is.
Downfall of the Iron Throne. This is the second mention of the Iron Throne now. There was another thing that we read about it. A top corner is folded down on one of the final pages. And with the downfall of Saravok, the City Mages Council was asked to make a memorable example of the Iron Throne, whose criminal headquarters squatted like a dire toad in the center of Baldur's Gate, looming over the disgusted citizenry its thugs had so recently preyed upon. The council, hastily convened, decided upon a dramatic demonstration of the city's rejection of the Iron Throne, and 17 of their number joined their magical powers in a 48-hour ritual that concluded by levitating the Iron Throne building from its foundations, conveying it across the docks and out over the deepest channel of Grey Harbor, where it was plunged beneath the waves and fog to be seen no more. And in this way, the most prominent symbol of the bloody reign of Saravak Anshev was obliterated. Interesting. Okay, so the Iron Throne is tied to Saravok. An example of the Iron Throne. So it's been plunged beneath the waves. Interesting. The Tourmaline Depths. The Tourmaline Depths by Lady Incognita. It was a master vampire, Donella Saar, who reopened the vast blue-green halls beneath Baldur's Gate and brought them under our control. But what is the history of this subterranean expanse, and how far back does it go? Not even Donella, the architect, knew for certain, but in her notebook she speculated that the depths were originally dwarven built by exiles of Beirenden, though she admitted she was no scholar of dwarven history. Though deeply delved, the halls were certainly more of an outpost than a city, Donella wrote, though if it was established as a facility over a mine, what were the dwarves mining here? A larger question in this writer's mind is, how did these abandoned depths go undiscovered for so long under a great city like Baldur's Gate? Were they deliberately hidden by some kind of persistent glamour that finally wore off? We may never know. Oh yes, it is indeed the Gauntlets of Hill Giant Strength. Turn-based mode Steel. Strength saving throws 1. Sets the wearer's strength to 23. The enchantment has no effect if the strength score is higher without it. Whoa, I can put these on. Oh, but we've made a deal, haven't we? I could give them to our Diabolist. And then I could pickpocket them back. And then instead of dealing an additional 1 to 4 thunder damage with Thunder Wave, I could have 23 strength, and then I would never need that Club of Hill Giant Strength, which is strength to 19. The Fall of Netheril, a first-hand account of the Fall of Netheril written by Raphael. Even Amerigon could not have kept a smile from creeping across its face when walking through those fields of the dead. Bodies, broken, the land painted crimson from horizon to horizon. Karsus brought Netheril cities tumbling from the skies, and for a brief glorious moment, he created a spectacle of such utter horror it was worthy to be the 10th hell. I delighted in it, until I realized that the one thing I sought was not to be found among that delicious carnage. The crown. It had been stolen. And he wrote about that too. Avernus Vista. We got a balcony? Oh, wow.
I don't like this dream anymore.
Yeah. Tiger Mist. There you go. There's a view of Avernus. How do you like the view, Carla?
I'm fine. Let's just get in and get out.
A Tour of Tempest. This book, long as an encyclopedia but written in an untamed, barely legible style, describes the Tempest domain, from which some clerics can draw power. And look, when you are whipped with the wild winds or stricken until stick-like and burning from the god's lashing lightning tongue, are you not suffused with the power of Tempest? Aye, how Queen Umberlee and Lord Talos fight and fray over its dominion, but even they on high, know in truth, Tempest can never be tamed, only channeled by the favoured few. Reach up thy hands to the sky, outstretched awaiting breath of gods to blast the oblivious, supplicate and ask to be drowned, to be blown asunder, to be destroyed, or perhaps to be granted such might to speak the words of Talos with thine own sweet hand. Okay. I think in terms of stealing these things, the Gauntlets of Hill Giant Strength, even though it seems so possible right now, as well as whatever is over this side, I think we'll wait until we are probably getting out of here.
Raphael knows everything you think.
Okay. Because that way, if I don't want to do something that isn't related specifically to our main reason why we're here, that will set everyone off. You know? An Amulet of Greater Health. Set the wearer's Constitution score to 23. The enchantment has no effect. Their Constitution score is higher. Ooh. Worn by Lumi, a cleric beholden to Twilight, who sheltered her fellow adventurers as a Bantam shelters her chicks. Give that to Karlach. So we can have the, what is it, unarmored defense? Yeah. God damn. The Nautiloid Adventurers. Attached to this letter is a map with a detailed list of locations, all of which are familiar. Raphael has requested I've kept a close eye on the infected adventurers who fell from the Nordloid and survived. Impressive. They spent a while stumbling around like lost babes, easily distracted ones at that, but finally made it to Moonrise Towers. You should have seen the mess they made there. Pure, delicious chaos. They killed Ketherick. It was a hell of a show. I'm delighted I got a front row seat, and now they're in Worm's Crossing. If the last few days are anything to go by, I'm expecting more blood, death, and chaos, which means they'll be running into you any day now. If anything changes, I'll keep you posted. A very accurate summary of our adventures there. Love that for us. And orders for the Archivist. So I wonder if that means you can see Clarilla spying on you in Act 1 before you've even gotten into the Shadowcurse lands, because we saw her for the first time when we were near the town of Wraithwyn. Without delay, move some of the contracts and treasures to the main cache. We are excited about soon acquiring the Crown of Karsus and want certain things on display while the rest may be safely stored in the secret vault. What we want in the archive are the Amulet of Greater Health, the Gauntlets of Hill Giant Strength, with a place reserved for the Crown. Artifacts in the vault should be the Staff of Spell Power and Backup Gold. Ooh, we want to get to the vault so we can get some stuff. So this is going to be, well, in that case, I was looking at this being like, is it really going to be right here?
Raphael has reserved this pedestal for the prize of his collection. It currently holds the contract of a rather unique soul.
So the Impervious Sphere holds our contract and it's going to hold the crown eventually. Wonderful.
A guest? Are you a client of the Master or a visitor from elsewhere in the Hells? I do not believe you were invited. One moment. I shall consult the visitor's schedule.
His eyes flicker back and forth as if he is reading a book. He has the schedule memorized, or it's carved into his eyelids.
Most irregular. The schedule is all but clear, and yet you are here.
The schedule. There we go, the straight deception check. I am Verilius Receptor, Zariel's High Inquisitor. We have to go straight for the deception, so we can strike the fear of Raphael in him. Or should I say Verilius? Okay. Oh, a DC of 15. Oh, I'm relaxed. I'm so relaxed. It rolls double ones. Yeah, I felt like being a chaotic little gnomish man today.
1,000 apologies, O majestic magistrate of the Infernal Court. Your mortal guise is so vile, I found it perfectly convincing. I would prostrate myself before you and kiss your calluses, but my spine is ruptured in 1,000 places.
Ooh.
You do know how Raphael likes to play. As always, the archive is yours to peruse. You'll find everything accounted for, and I can present documents of procurement if necessary.
Damn, he was breaking his back. Can I take a look at the crown? Oh, it's weird. It's so weird seeing, whenever my name is written, it's always so weird. I might have to confiscate some of these artifacts. Oh, that's going to put me in a situation. But he is scared of me. I don't know. Can I take those artifacts now? Any new highlights in the collection?
A fine pair of gauntlets that allow the wearer to twist the head from even the most resilient malingerer. An amulet that causes the blood to surge and the heart to swell, along with other parts. Most invigorating. And awaiting installation, we have secured a rod that gathers the weave around it in great quantities, just as surely as shit gathers flies.
Could I take a look at the Crown of Karsus? I don't know if this... I don't want to ask something or do something that could still, like, tip him off that I'm not actually the Inquisitor. Like, is it common knowledge that he doesn't possess the crown, you know? We obviously know where the contract is. It's right there. he just gonna let us take it? I don't think we should take this yet because of what Hope said. We might have to go back to the prison. I might have to confiscate some of these artifacts.
You may examine them, O diabolical dominatrix, but they cannot be removed unless you present a writ of infernal requisition with Article 152 correctly filled out.
Ah, but of course, I was just testing you. You know that, being the Inquisitors and all, just seeing if you're up to scratch. Could I take a look at the Crown of Carsus?
Most droll, Inquisitor. As you well know, the Crown of Carsus is lost. Stolen from Mephistopheles by gods kissing mortals. My master certainly had nothing to do with any of that business.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's like, oh, that's a bit dangerous. I'm looking for a particular contract belonging to Mopocalypse.
Of course, of course. It is highly prized due to the unique potential of the soul it is bound to. I don't understand the appeal of them myself, but Raphael does dote after mortals so. As part of the special collection, that item is guarded by a master word that even I do not know. I suggest you wait until Raphael returns, and you can discuss the matter with him. You are welcome to relax in the boudoir until then. It is where Raphael conducts his most private matters of business and pleasure. You will need this to gain access. The resident of the boudoir will wish to explore every inch of your new form, and I'm sure you will be happy to share.
Karlak! I'm gonna get proposition for sex again. Help! We have a boudoir invitation. The acrid scent of Avernus and elaborate script confirm this invitation as a devil's doing. This gaudy, gilded invitation admits the bearer to Raphael's boudoir for a private meeting. It smells overwhelmingly of palmarosa and pepper, Raphael's own perfume. Wild. Okay.
A most cherished client.
I'm fine.
Okay. Oh, are you going to be fine if I have to...
Kiss dry, the contract signed. The threads of fate shall now unwind.
Still not recommended to take those because I have to fill out the Article 152.
Gauntlets of hill giant strength.
Oh, it's on a marble plate. It's on a trapped plate. All right, so I can take them, but it's like an Indiana Jones.
Always read the fine print.
Oh, anyone else want to go? Nope. You guys are all right next to it like I am.
Attention!
Alright, let's try to get this guy out of the way. Karlak's bigger, which means her eyes are bigger, which means she'll be able to see this. There we go. I mean, I told you, her eyes are bigger. Wall of the Faithless. At the core of the Fugue Plains barren ash-grey wasteland stands the City of Judgment, with its crystal spire jutting above the streets and the influx of souls. These are godly folk, seeking the verdict of those ruling Fugue, their faces hopeful or sullen, their boot heels caked in the mud of perdition. Yet for those who claimed no godly patronage in life, there is only the wall erected by Merkel, Lord of Bones, to keep those of unsubstantial faith from any possible form of peace. See it gored and clawed at by the desperate, clung with fingernails flecked with smashed skulls. Oh, how Merkel enjoys his petty torments. Alright, to the boudoir it is, and then we go to the prison. And Raphael's treasure vault also. Alright, here is our Mystic Force curtain.
None of us should.
In we go. Alright. And, hang on. So...
Something over there.
An inert infernal gem. It's not red. Cursed to put my hands on everything. It's wisdom, okay. Yikes. Infernal control gem. Oh, it's an intelligence check now. Gale! Oh, Jesus. It couldn't have been worse. It could not have been worse.
An infernal gem seething in its cage, protecting the secrets of its master.
All right.
One with the weave.
Gale, it's your turn. Old buddy, old pal, it's your turn. All right, Gale gets at least a bonus of 9. You can hear the failure noise before it even lands on the result.
An infernal gem seething in its cage, protecting the secrets of its master.
Can I continue trying? I can continue trying. I don't have to burn an inspiration. However, these rolls are pitiful. What is happening when we're failing?
An infernal gem seething in its cage, protecting the secrets of its master.
I don't see any consequence to this in terms of damage or anything. It's just keep going until you win. Alright, it's keep going until you get the critical success. Yeah, lovely.
I've wished to live more interesting times.
Awesome. The Staff of Spell Power. Oh! Mole did do a contract, guys. Oh, she did. She said that she was like, I got out of there. Wow, her contract not being protected and just kept in here. Okay. Oh, Helldusk Helmet. Infernal Sight. You can see in magical and ordinary darkness up to a range of 12 meters and you cannot be blinded. The wielder has a +2 bonus to saving throws against spells, and attackers cannot land critical hits on the wearer. Immolating Gaze. Sear and frighten the target with nothing but your glower. And 666 gold. I feel like this would be good for Karlach. I don't know why, just get that feeling. Wonderful. Are these pressure plated like the ones in the archive? There was no perception check. Wow, Mole's contract. This is huge. Interesting. No journal update or anything like that. There is the ability to use this. Now, if we were to interact with the contract and potentially, like, rip it, tear it up, I don't know what using is going to do. It could also alert Raphael. I'm not sure about that, so I will...
Light on my feet.
We'll just keep it for now. Staff of Spell Power. You gain a +1 bonus to spell save DC, and it has an arcane battery, so another arcane battery. So if we didn't get the one that we've currently got, this would be great too. Near perfect relic that is only blemished by the collected palm sweat of various archmagi from across the realms. The vault has been looted. Gale can have another one of those. Karlach can have one of those. I kind of like what Karlach's got at the moment in regards to raging, but saving throws against spells and not being able to be critically hit or blinded also seems pretty good. Damn, I can't wait to... We have... What is it that we have? We have the flawed Helldusk stuff that Damon made for us. A leftover piece of infernal metal. He didn't even complete a flawed set for us, but this is an actual proper one. The Helldusk set. Okay. The vault has been opened. Thank you so much, Gale, for that. And now we can go into the boudoir. Whoa!
I thought you'd got lost and died.
Alright.
The archivist told you to cool off in the boudoir. Well, here it is. A horrid place where pleasure is pain and pain is pleasure and hope cannot live at all.
Pain is pleasure and pleasure is pain. Any advice before I head inside?
Everything in this house exists for Raphael's pleasure and Raphael's pleasure alone. That includes Raphael himself, whatever form he takes.
Okay. Do we wish to be explored in here?
Give me trouble.
According to the archivist. And I'm liking looting. Oh! Oh, autosave, okay. Harlep, a level 9 incubus, who's currently sleeping. This is a nice change of pace. Instead of a succubus, it's an incubus. Okay. Ooh. And this look pretty. Well, shouldn't put this on yet, but we'll keep that with us. That'll look pretty, especially if we dye it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, restoration faucets. Actually, hang on. Is that like the restoration... like the Mind Flayer restoration ones? Is that the same? That completely heals you fully, but I can't remember if it also... does it remove any effects that you have? Alright, let me just check. Oh, we just got autosave, didn't we? Let me just check. Does that remove anything? No. Okay. It doesn't remove, like, my elixir. Yeah, we're okay. Alright.
Still breathing.
But it's that's a full heal. That's really nice. Okay. Very good. Indeed. How can you see me? Your sight when you're looking at the ceiling, eh? There's a lever. I guess if we were to go from the balcony, we could have opened it from this way. That makes sense.
With a flip of the wrist.
Yep. I'll take the critical. Oh, and a 2-turn slumber for the benefits of a long rest as well. Hour of transposition.
Oh, to be nothing. To be gone for good.
We got some fancy hats here as well. And a button that we should maybe press. Some more fancy pants clothes. Alright, let me just send all these back to camp. Keep this one for now. Oh, that does not look how it does on the icon at all. Maybe we'll have to dye it white first. Okay. Here we go.
A lost little mouse is running through the house.
Oh my god.
Oh, gods. What the fuck have I stumbled into?
A thief in the night, greedy and here to take. Why are you here, little thief?
I was just about to say this. Harlep looks like Raphael. Oh man, the ego continues to grow. Like, he quite literally comes into the boudoir in all different shapes and forms to please himself by fucking himself. Or a version of himself. Wow. Raphael, you're looking very, skimpy. You're wearing Lae'zel's underwear, I see.
Raphael? Ha! No. You will have a far crueler master than Raphael soon. But what inspired you to pay him a visit?
Wild. That voice, too. Are we straight up with the incubus or not? To break my contract. Do we be so bold?
Oh, I love cheater. Why don't we play a game? You win, I give you everything you desire. But you'll enjoy yourself more if you lose.
What's the game?
It's a surprise. Off with your clothes.
Karlak, do you have any thoughts or feelings? This is kind of important, right? This is the contract that we're talking about. And you know that we said we had to get in and out and get the contract, and I guess this is part of the in and the out. Oh, how humiliating. Gale is watching. I'll remove my garments.
Good little thief.
Oh, no.
Good. Keep going like this. And you'll get to live. You'll be crying out my name soon. You'd better know it. I am Harlep, Raphael's personal incubus, glamoured and transfigured to look like him. I'm a perfect copy. He only ever wants to sleep with himself. What's better than the devil you know, eh?
His violating stare sees more than all of you. It sees potential.
Before we continue, I want to make sure you're comfortable.
I'm fully off.
Sometimes, when he's feeling adventurous, Raphael will ask me to change into the Archduchess, Raphael. I can take her form if you choose. A simple swap pales in comparison to what you were about to do for me.
The incubus can go into the succubus form. Well, you no need to get so specific about it, bro. Oh my god, that's so funny. Undiluted and raw. We want it raw and wriggling. There's no... Karlak's gonna disapprove hard. Now, what's wild about this is to get my contract back, isn't it? Because we're relaxing in the boudoir. And what happens if we alert this demon in an antagonistic way and start trying to attack him? That might alert the whole entire House of Hope. That might put Hope in danger. Karlak, I'm not sleeping with this devil for my own personal tastes or pleasures. But it's for all of us, and for Hope, and for my contract, and for our love. I hope you can understand. I've avoided doing this for so long with so many people. All of Baldur's Gate has been groveling at my feet, wanting a piece of me. And I've saved myself for you forevermore, Karlak. But at this time, it must be done. What stays in the House of Hope. What happens in the House of Hope stays in the House of Hope. The feminine form is more to my taste, actually. Seeing you like that, Raphaelette.
Then the Archduchess I shall be. On the bed. Lie back.
Are my other characters still watching this? They're all still here. What is going to happen to me?
I already told you. It's a surprise. Don't you like surprises?
The femme Raphael form is crazy. Lie down.
I really don't understand you sometimes.
Karlak, you know what we're doing. No disapproval, though. I don't understand myself either at the best of times. I hate this so much.
Resistance or control is fading. You will obey, giving yourself body and mind to them.
Ooh, Ooh, there's a wisdom save here and a performance while preparing to fight back. Resist their charms and hold on to your free will, or let Harlap do as they please. This is interesting. We'll go for the wisdom to resist their charms and hold on to our free will. Ooh, Shadowheart, you could. Shadowheart, you're right there. I didn't need Shadowheart's help. I'm wise beyond my years, as you can see. How else would I be in a situation like this?
You retain a trace of free will, but it is one drop in the ocean of their desire. It will not last.
Oof. Oh, wow. Okay. The pipe stays in my mouth during sex. Surrender your body to them. Sorry, Karlak. It's for the contract and for Mole and for Hope and for everyone.
Every kiss is as tender as a last goodbye. Every touch a lie of true love. It is every sensation of a lifetime of love all at once. Your body trembles with impossible expectation. Unable to resist, a voiceless scream erupts from your mouth. Harlap.
You are so delicious.
The moment she joins with you, your mind folds over double. As she continues to lavish herself upon your helpless form, you stop breathing. Your heart stops beating. And your mind begins to clear entirely. Some last thought whispers in your skull, vacated by everything else but rapture. This is the end.
Devote yourself to pleasure eternal. Stay here with me. This can be forever.
I'm getting fucked until I die. This is crazy. Karlak, help! Karlak! Help! I'm struggling here. Remember how I said this was for everyone? I'm dying over here. Try to cool your desires and push the creature away. It's a constitution save. Oh no, it's a 25. There's the only chance I could win this is if I had that that amulet for a 23 constitution or a critical success. And it's not a critical success. Am I gonna get killed? There's no way. There's only one roll that I could achieve, and that is a critical success. The fact that this is just the movement in the background of this. One more roll. Wow. It was so close to a critical success. We have failed.
Try as you will, every part of you craves to melt right into him.
Karlak, I'm gonna die. You can have my body, but not my mind.
A brilliant choice. Vow that your body belongs to me. Give yourself to me, and I will tell you what you wish to know.
Oh, I'm screwed. Look how sweaty I am. Pleasuring thousands with my body? Well, I'd rather die.
Then this will have been the very last time you experienced pleasure. Time for the big death.
Oh god. Oh my god. Okay. I'm actually surprised I have all of my hit points, dude. Am I naked? I've got my underwear on. Alright, there's Harlep, our level 9 succubus. Guys, I need help. Holy shit, dude. This has been an experience. I am nothing but my undergarments. God damn. Alright, so resistances out the wazoo. Ethereal escape. When damaged, the Incubus spends a reaction to escape to the ethereal plane and returns to the battlefield at the start of the next turn. Okay, how the hell do I deal with you?
Fuck yes.
Karlak says, get the hell away from him, and then throws her off. Throw him off. Throw him off. Won't be able to push you back. And throw you and then throw you again. Throw. And then throw again to death, right? Surely you'll let me do that. Just let me throw the creature with wings right off. You're not gonna let me, are you? Why does it do that?
Over there.
Come on. And then thrown right off. Too high, path is interrupted. It's always so rude when it does that. Can we shove off? Can we have another character shove you off?
Where do I go from here?
You can't escape to the ethereal plane if you've been pushed off. Well, there you go. We can push you off. But then we won't get told what we need to be told, apparently. There's another of Taming Hope Part 2. There's an issue with this, right? Unable to take reactions if I do stagger. So they can't take reactions now, so they can't leave. That's better than nothing. So a lot of punches.
I smell blood.
Now Karlak's gonna throw them into this painting. I'll take even more damage.
What fools these mortals be.
Okay, now Gale needs to get a good piece of damage on this one. We'll do a level 3 fireball. Actually, hang on, there's fire resistance. There's a lot of resistances here. Fire, resistance, lightning, cold, and thunder. Sorry, and poison. There's no... thunder is possible. Force damage is possible. Do I want to do a level 5 spell? Oh, we could just... doesn't matter if I do a level 5. We have some beautiful little restoration faucets, don't we? There you go. Very nice. Well, there you go. That'll teach you. Karlak, I'm so sorry. Helldust gloves. Ooh, and underwear and key from Raphael's safe. Oh, Karlak, I'm so sorry.
I'm fine. Let's just get in and get out.
Okay. Jesus Christ. That's what you get for seducing and betting me beast against my will. I was mind controlled. Helldust gloves, Infernal Acuity. You gain a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls and spell save DC. Infernal Touch, your weapon attacks deal an additional 1 to 6 fire damage, and your unarmed attacks deal an additional 1 to 6 necrotic damage, and can possibly inflict bleeding with rays of fire. What precisely confers eternal punishment, reward, absolution? Perhaps it is not just belief in a god. Perhaps the deciding factor is whether the gods believe in you. Alright, well, we have a key from Raphael's safe. We have some fancy pants underwear and some Helldust gloves. Okay, investigate the boudoir. So there is still going to be something here. Lovely. We got some brand new underwear. I got to put my stuff back on. So I got my disguise. Jesus Christ. I actually might do these because now I can do more necrotic damage. Let's do necrotic instead of thunder damage. Sounds good to me. Lovely. There's all my stuff back. What a time. So that was going to be a majorly censored sequence that we just witnessed because there was so much nudity there that just remained on screen, because that's the first time that we've ever had a nude scene where it's also been dialogue based instead of just a cutscene. That was crazy. That was crazy. Raphael's gonna be very unhappy with us, guys. He's gonna be very unhappy with us. We bedded his own personal incubus and then slayed it. Alec, honey, lay on this bed with me, please. You forgive me. You know that I did what I felt was right for the contract and for everything, right? I do love you. And I love you too, soldier. I know that you had to do this. I'm very disappointed in you.
Never a dull moment.
But never a dull moment. Alright, off we go. There's a button over here. Press it. Oh! Oh god! Oh Jesus! Vengeful imps! Raphael's safe. Oh my god. Oh jeez. Alright, everybody stand back. There's vengeful imps. Ah! Very nice. Take this, scoundrels! Now you've got wings. Does this work? Yeah. I love that they keep that in mind. They're like, well, I mean, it literally they have wings, so they would just come back. So I think if we pushed off, if we pushed off those ones, we would just come back. All right, we'll deal necrotic damage now. Nice. I love flight. And then, bam! Silly little imps. Now it's Gale's turn, and Gale says, "Flaming immunity." So then he says, "Yeah." Very nice. Okay. And we shatter this whole place, creating so much noise, and we rejoice that we have restoration faucets, so we don't have to worry about the spell slots that we used. Yay.
Ready and willing.
Very nice.
With haste.
What a sexy twist of a location. The boudoir. Well, we've got the key to the safe now. Oh, 5 soul coins. Wow. There you go, Karlak. Don't say I don't do anything for you. Raphael's notes. My bet is paid off. The contract is signed, and that means that I'm as close to the crown of Karsus as I was the day Netheril fell. But this time, I will get it, and things will be different in the Hells henceforth. The contract will be kept safely in the archive as the key to my greatest achievement, protected by a password. What shall it be? Perhaps give me my heart's desire.
A keyword. This will help us get what we need from the archive.
Right. And there you go. So we didn't actually have to sleep with the incubus to get that information, by the way. We just had to get it from a safe. Karlak, honey, I'm sorry. I didn't know. There was simply no way to know. Our silly little proposition of everybody and rejecting them streak has been broken by none other than Raphael, basically, which is terrible. All right, a beautiful little place. And now we rest in the boudoir, because this is where we're going to bring this episode of Baldur's Gate 3 to a close after a climax of an ending right there, where I literally thought I was about to reach a game over screen and die. We find ourselves with a passphrase to get our contract and hope to rescue, and then we will be escaping this place. Hopefully. We're going to have to deal with Raphael's ire after the fact that we've also destroyed his a lot of things that he holds dear, I think. This isn't going to be easy, but it is going to be fun. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Baldur's Gate 3. I truly do hope that you have enjoyed our adventuring in the House of Hope so far, and I will see you next time for its conclusion.